Hello, my name is Christine, and I'm here to help you by providing guidance and clarity that is going to help you make mindful decisions as you navigate your journey to manifesting the life you desire. And today, what I want to talk about are the 5 things that you can do that is going to help you make a solid self-care plan and why you should do it. The first thing, what is self-care, right? What is self-care? Well, self-care is the one thing that we can do every day to show ourselves that we love ourselves. It is one thing to tell yourself that you love you, right? That you love you and that you are worthy. But it is another thing to take action on it and do things to help build that foundation. Self-care is just that. It is that foundation that we go back to when we're having not so great days. Because remember, although we can be positive and we can be optimistic and we can see the good in life, the truth is that life doesn't always have good days, but there is good to be found in every day. And that's why it's so important to have a really good, solid self-care plan. Because on those not so great days, our self-care plan is the thing that we fall back to. So what are these 5 things that can help you build your solid foundation when it comes to your self-care plan? The first, make sleep a priority. Why do you make sleep a priority? Well, you make sleep a priority because when you are not rested, first, you cannot receive your messages from your spiritual team, but you also do not allow yourself to see things clearly. You do not allow yourself to see things clearly. You get agitated quicker. You are not as patient. You make rush and rash decisions that you normally wouldn't make if you've had sleep and rest. And also, it allows you to really rejuvenate your energy. So making sleep is a priority. Can you think of an example where you maybe had lack of sleep and you made a rushed decision and that decision turned out to be not so great because you just didn't see things clearly because you were tired? Or you might have missed a detail of something because you were tired. I know me personally, when I am tired, I am very impatient. I want to rush through things because I'm tired. I want to hurry up and get it done. I don't want to waste the energy that I do have left on things that maybe even are of importance because I'm tired and my brain is just not functioning in that clear space that it normally would have. And you tend to make more rash decisions and not see things clearly or for what they were if you're not allowing yourself to rest. 2, you want to meditate daily. Meditation, some people are like, well, I can't meditate. It's so hard. For everyone, it's not easy. The brain never shuts off. Right? You're always going to have thoughts. It takes persistency and consistency when it comes to meditation. It could be as easy as spending 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And you can do this either in the morning or before you go to bed or during your lunch, whatever works for you. Because remember, when it comes to your self-care plan, it has to be something that you can do consistently and persistently that you will want to always return to. So for me, when I lay in the bed every morning before I even step foot on the ground, I turn on a little music. I do some deep breathing. And so for me, it'll be like this. I'll be laying in the bed and I'll put some music on because I have the Insight Timer. It's an app on my phone that I use and it's totally free. And I play some music and I take some deep breaths and I bring it all the way out my feet. And I deep breath. And I do this for about 5 minutes before I get out of bed. And then I make my bed. And then I open the window and I look out the window, whether it's raining or whether it's sunny. I always find something to be grateful for in that moment. Whether it's the rain, I'm so grateful for the rain because now I don't have to water my plants today and you're washing away energy and allowing it to be transmuted back. Or it could be the sun. Oh, I'm so grateful for that beautiful sunrise. But I find something that works for me because that's my self-care plan. That is my routine that I go to. But it doesn't have to be in the morning or in the night. It's what works for you. Say you're having a rough day and you're finding that you need to come back center. You can make your self-care plan to where you take your lunch break and you allow yourself to do some meditation right there. For me, sometimes I even like to look at a candle flame because sometimes it's very hard for me to meditate with my eyes closed. So if you can't meditate with your eyes closed, try meditating with your eyes open using a candle. That is always something. And I'll probably do a video on that in a week or so. This third thing that you can do to help really solidify your self-care plan and help raise your vibration, and not only this, but it helps raise your vibration, is introduce some humor into every day. Introduce some humor into every day. Remember, there is something in every day that you can find to laugh about. And if you can't, introduce it. Laughter has a way of lifting your vibration. It helps you be back in the moment. It helps you see things not as seriously. And it really allows you not to take yourself so seriously. Because remember, sometimes we can get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of things that we don't see the lighter sides of things, that everything doesn't always have to be so serious. So for me, like if say I'm ever in a situation and I realize that my inner child, I call her Teeny, right? I call her Teeny. And I realize that she's about to make an appearance because she's not getting her way. Well, I will notice that. And because I'm aware of my triggers, and as they come away, as you become aware of your triggers, you can sense when you're being activated in that sense. So I will be like, oh my God, Teeny's about to make an appearance. Now y'all don't want Teeny to come out because Teeny's gonna act the fool in here. So I lighten up the situation and bring my awareness to it. And this is a way for me to care for myself and bring my awareness back to self when I'm dealing with something that may be a little more difficult to navigate. The fourth thing that you can do when it comes to building that solid foundation for your self-care routine and help raise your vibration is to clear out the clutter. Clear out the clutter. If you don't love it and you don't use it, bye, Felicia. If you don't love it and you don't use it, bye, Felicia. It's out the door. Because sometimes when we keep things, right, and when they are in our presence, the environment impacts our self-care routine and how our vibration and the way we approach things. And sometimes the things that we keep, they hold a spot, right? They hold a spot and they keep us in a place of not really being able to move forward. So when you clear out that clutter, it's kind of, you open up new space for new energy to come in. So clearing out the clutter, this could even just be about picking stuff up off the floor, making sure that, you keep your space clear. You open the windows and let the sunlight in the house so you can clear out that energy and let it out. It's about clearing out that energetic space for some good vibrational energy to come in. The fifth thing that you can do to really build a solid self-care plan and help raise your vibration is say no to others and yes to your self-care plan. If someone is asking you to do something and it's going to interfere with your self-care plan, and it's not something, you don't want your self-care plan to be something that you're willing to just push aside for anyone. If you're going to say yes to something like impacting your self-care plan, it has to be worth your time, and it has to be of importance to you, because you're sacrificing yourself when you say yes. Does that make sense? So you want to make sure it's in alignment with who you are and where you're going. So don't be afraid to say no. Like, for example, me. I like to joke around and I like to say Christy's kind of like Cinderella. If she's not in bed by midnight, she's going to turn into a pumpkin. So if someone's asking me to stay up past my sleep schedule, it has to be in alignment for why I'm willing to do it. And if it's not in alignment and it's going to put me in an environment that is not conducive for my growth or where I am in my life, then it's okay for me to say no and not have to explain myself why and choose my self-care plan first. Because remember, when on your not so great days, what are you going to fall back on? You're going to fall back on your self-care plan and how you show yourself love and how you show up for yourself. So don't be afraid to say no. If your heart is telling you no and your mouth is saying yes, you're not in alignment with that. And it's okay to choose yourself first and your self-care plan first. So I hope this information really brings you some awareness and clarity about how maybe you can start your self-care plan. That way you can start raising your alignment, coming in alignment with where you're going, and also about raising your vibration and really, really start showing yourself the action of love. And that way, when you do tell yourself that you love you, you will believe it because you will have put the action behind it. I like to really believe that everything starts with a conversation between you and me about the world you see. And I hope this brings some awareness about where you are in your world and how the choices that you are making are affecting it. Make sure if you like this video to like and subscribe, comment below. Also, you can follow me on my other platforms. I have TikTok and I have Facebook and I have Instagram. So I hope you see you there. Have a great night.